As a parent, there's probably nothing more disturbing than getting a phone call saying your child has been rushed to the hospital. That painful moment was shared by 4 families in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, on the evening of December 9th, 1994. Most of the footage in this story was taped on that night and the days that followed. 5:08 p.m. 15-year-old Martina Holland, one of the victims of a serious car accident, is brought to Children's National Medical Center.
All right, sweetie, you're okay.
Let's get the oxygen on her.
Emergency room physician Mary Patterson takes over her care.
What's bothering you now? Your ribs, sir? Okay, you having any trouble breathing? It hurts to breathe? Okay, do you remember what happened at all? Okay. The medics gave us the report that she was the front seat unbelted passenger and the driver was either dead or near dead.
The other 3 kids in the car, including the driver, a 16-year-old Leon Mason, are taken across town to Prince George's Hospital Center, where emergency room physician Terry Jodry is on duty.
Leon, you with us?
Is he moving anything?
No, he's not moving.
Leon was the most critical of the 3. He was unresponsive and only postured to deep pain. This is a sign of a very serious head injury.
15-year-old Lakeisha Wells arrives by ambulance.
The rear seat passenger, she was found outside the vehicle.
Lakeisha was unresponsive. When a person is unresponsive, we think about head injuries early.
Why don't we go ahead and intubate her, please?
The other backseat passenger, 16-year-old B.J. Foman, also has a head injury, but a less serious one.
X-ray's on the way.
The 3 young people, all of whom were unrestrained, were in a motor vehicle that was T-boned by a school bus. Seatbelts might have done quite a bit to protect them from the injuries they suffered. They're all going to need CT of the head. She's going to need a belly.
Leon, the driver, undergoes a CAT scan first.
He does have a bleed. It's pretty serious.
We were very concerned.
With blood on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts.
This is without a doubt a life-threatening injury. This could kill him in a matter of hours.
Back at Children's Hospital, Martina's mother, Sheila Davis, and her sister meet with her doctor.
She's broken a couple ribs, and she's also has a bruise on her lung.
She was in pain, and they had her heavily sedated. But I don't think I really got upset until I found out the condition of the other 3.
And Leon was still in the car? All 3 of them are in critical condition. But I don't know exactly what they mean by critical condition. And I'm going to keep calling up there to find out how he's doing, okay? And try not to think the worst, Martina, all right?
At Prince George's Hospital, Lakeisha's doctor informs her mother, Joyce Wells, and her father of her condition.
I said, is she alive? He said, oh, yeah. And then they proceeded to tell us that she had a head injury, that she was bleeding from the brain, and her brain was swelling. I just started crying uncontrollably. I said, Keisha, Mom and Dad are here. Please don't die.
Dolores Mason and her husband were out of town on vacation when they were notified their son Leon had been in an auto accident.
It didn't look like my son, not the son that we had left 24 hours earlier.
Can you hear us?
I grabbed him and told him how much I loved him.
You must be tired.
There was another woman there, and she seemed very upset. And she introduced herself. It was Lakeisha's mother, and I just couldn't apologize to her enough. Somehow I felt that we should have assumed some of the responsibility for what happened. Leon was a driver, and the other kids were riding with him, and I just felt as badly for them as I did for us.
The Masons, they took over the intensive care area, and they just accepted me into their family. And we just waited to see what the outcome of each child would be.
The next day, Martina is already much better and is expected to go home in a couple of days.
Can you lift your arm up okay? No, that's not the one I'm talking about. I know
It was hard for me knowing that I was the best off. BJ and Keisha and Leon, they were still in the hospital, and I felt bad. It was real hard for me.
2.5 days after the accident, BJ is off the respirator.
You okay?
We worried about you for a while.
This is the best you've been, though. This is the best you've been.
BJ came along very fast, shaking his head, trying to talk, pulling out tubes. He just fights. He's doing good. He's doing very good.
You want what? I want to see Leon. You want to see Leon?
You want to see Leon?
Oh.
Well, Leon can't quite get up, and you can't quite get up.
Yeah, neither one of y'all can quite move yet.
BJ, he's right in the corner over there.
Can you squeeze a hand, Leon, for us?
On the other side of the intensive care unit, Leon is in the third day of a coma.
Come on, baby. We love you. Leon, telephone. You can open your eyes for us? Leon, come on, try. Leon. Come on, sweetie. We love you. Wake up. Come on, Leon. Casey doesn't have anybody to fight with. They encouraged us to talk to him and to touch him and to be there as much as we could.
Support him and give him time to heal, and hopefully each day he'll begin to make a little bit more progress.
The doctors were very honest. They made it clear that even if he survived, it wasn't clear what kind of state he'd be in. Hey, honey. We're here. We just wanted him to live. We just wanted Leon back again.
Keisha, can you wake up for us?
Lakeisha's prognosis is also uncertain.
Just keep talking to her. Keisha, we love you. You gotta get ready so you can come home for Christmas.
You're gonna be okay, big girl.
She's a fighter. Well, Keisha is a very good daughter. She's always been very, very studious, wants to do it all.
Leon is very loving and giving and just very thoughtful. He's very mischievous. Part of his mischief is trying to make other people laugh. He's a good kid. We do have a very close family, and that really helped us to keep it all together, because there were days that I didn't think we were going to make it another minute, and everybody.
Five days after the crash, BJ went home. Although Lakeisha is now breathing on her own, she has a long way to go.
Keisha, I need to put this back in your nostrils here. Let me put it in for you. You need that oxygen. Each time she did something, I continually wanted more. Can you say night-night, huh?
You say bye-bye?
Wave your hand. Can you wave your hand? Oh, come on, Keisha. Come on. And I was like, Joy, stop it. She's giving you all she has. You do what they tell you to do so you can get out of here.
Leon's mother and the rest of his family are waiting for a sign that he'll come out of the coma.
It was tough to see the other kids get well. I was obviously happy for them and their parents, but it just made us feel like Leon was going to maybe not come out of it, or that he would not come out of it as well as the other kids. The doctors and nurses suggested maybe some music that he liked would be good for him, and so we bought a little transistor in, and I would turn it to some mild music.
She wanted him to listen to some radio station we didn't want him to listen to because we knew he didn't like it. So every chance we got, we'd go in and change the station on it to what he wanted to hear.
At the National Rehabilitation Hospital, a month after the accident, Leon is starting to come out of his coma.
Hey, Leon. Hello, darling. Ricky had learned this trick. The doctor showed him there's a way that he could put on a glove and put his finger over the trach hole, and you could get some sound from him that resembled words anyway. And when I walked in the room, Rick said, "Watch this." And so he put his finger over the hole in the trach, and Leon looked at me and said, "Mama." And it was just... he could have gotten anything he wanted from me.
Both Leon and Lakeisha undergo weeks of intensive therapy.
It's good, Leon. You even know when to stop and start the other one, huh?
I can't tell.
It was a great feeling to see him smile again.
Especially. Yeah, I bet.
It took a while for him to smile, but once he started, we haven't been able to stop him.
You want to ride down the steps? Yeah, I can ride down the steps. With Lakeisha, the physical injuries were going to be okay, but the brain injury was something that they were going to have to concentrate on and work with.
I forgot to put, I was going to put butter in my pan, but okay, you can stick that in there.
To recover from a brain injury, it's really hard. I can't just wake up one day or take any pill and be better.
That's good.
I have to heal myself and have people, let people help me, which is not something I'm used to doing.
What would you do if you didn't have me here to help you?
I'd be messed up.
Yep, that's why I fell through the window. Just so I could be here with you.
I don't got nobody to share it with.
I would like to be like I was before. I'm striving my hardest to get back to be like that. I wouldn't stop someday.
Leon has helped Keisha. There were times in which she was depressed and she would look toward Leon for that support as well as to us. It's just been amazing how the two of them have helped one another.
Okay, that ain't funny. You might stop laughing.
3 months after the accident, Lakeisha and Leon are finally going home.
That's something for you.
Oh, thank you,
Leon.
We've been very lucky to have the Wells with us through all of this.
Hey, Joy.
And if there's any good that can come from a bad situation, it certainly is the relationship that's developed from it.
Thanks for being there for us. That'll be weird.
5 months have passed.
Leon has done extremely well. We've still got a lot of work ahead of us, and it's going to be slow, and we all have to be patient, and Leon has to be the most patient because he's the one that's going through it, but we'll get there.
Okay. You put me down now. You put me down.
I had to learn how to walk again and run.
Salt.
Seasoning salt.
Not a whole lot, okay?
I got walking down pat. That's okay. But I still need to work on my running.
Wait, Leon. That's too much.
Just ready for the school year to start. My final year, because I'm going to be a senior.
I appreciate more the time that I'm spending with the family, especially when the 5 of us are all in the house together. There's a certain calmness that I feel on the inside, if that's possible.
We used to always sit around and watch TV together and eat. There wasn't nothing real particular I was looking forward to doing with my family except for eating.
As a celebration of life and friendship, the families of the 4 victims throw a party for them and their friends.
I am recovering, but faster than what everybody else thinks I am. Just because I'm the type of person, I don't like to slow down for things. I like to keep it moving. Brain injuries, I don't have time for.
Doctors are hopeful that Leon and Lakeisha will both make complete recoveries.
I put on my seatbelt every time I get in the car now because I don't want the same thing to happen again.
Always wear your seatbelt because accidents don't have times or dates on them. They can happen at any time and at any body. I'm living proof of that.
There are so many people that we'd like to thank, in particular the doctors and therapists and the ER staff who pulled Leon through all of this. We appreciate every moment that they spent with our kids. Leon is like our miracle child, sort of reborn. To see him doing some of the things that he did before the accident is a real joy to me.
This cake is especially for the 4 of you.
I'm so surprised.
To your continued health and recovery, we all love you.
I know that they'll always be bonded together because of that. I just hope that they will continue to take care of themselves and realize how blessed and fortunate they are.